Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
It's a living thing. It's a terrible thing to lose. It's a given thing. What a terrible
Same here, though. It's always good to see everyone doing good stuff. 921. Where have you been? Oh, that's right. Jameson, Grafton Winery and Brew House. How are we doing, man? So this is cool. Drew was just on a couple of days ago talking about his performance coming up at the Brew House, and then Angela's teaching that class. And man, last time that went really well.
Yeah, it did. They'd reached out last fall. Angela wanted to do a sign language class, kind of a sip and sign event with us. So we did that at the Vineyards, and it was well attended. And then her husband, Drew, is a phenomenal musician. So we are doing our 14th annual Blues Festival the weekend of 18th and 19th. So Drew's going to be kicking that off at the Brew House for us.
Nice. Now, who else is coming down to perform?
So we've got Drew on Friday night. He'll be there from 6 to 9. And then Saturday, we're going to have the Soulard Blues Band.
Oh,
and that's
cool.
going to be up at the Vineyards.
Yeah.
They'll be 1 to 4. And then we've got the Ivis John Band on Saturday as well from 5 to 8.
That's awesome. That's a really good showing and really great selection, too. And I like the Vineyards part of it because you have no better spot to really just relax and enjoy music than up at the Vineyards.
Yeah, definitely. Sprawling, quaint, very, very nice atmosphere up there. And then Sunday we'll have two more bands as well. We got the Blue Moon Blues Band, and then Billy Peak closes it out for us on Sunday.
Well, how long have you guys been putting on the the annual Blues Festival?
Yeah, so this is going to be 14 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, have you been around for the 14 years?
I have not. I've been there about 6.
That's what I thought. How's it grown throughout the 6 years you've been there?
Oh, it's been great. We moved it up to the Vineyards just for logistics and space.
Right.
Parking, there's plenty of parking up there. It's a free event for everybody. Come and listen to great music and stuff. The only year we missed was the flood of 19.
Are you well,
Yeah.
that was a weird flood, too, because it lingered for a while.
Oh, yeah, it did.
Man. Well, and now, how long does it take to get all the performers ready? Because it seems like at this point, this is one that folks jump on and say, hey, when are we playing?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, all of my music, I try to book it a year in advance regardless.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just so we're set. The musicians like it so they can make out their schedule too.
That's cool.
And, we love getting great acts in there and musicians that just love what they do.
Well, and I think it's, for folks at home going, man, a year out. But you're right, because they got, lives to live too and different, performances to go to and gigs. And that makes it easier on everybody.
Yep, for sure.
And now throughout the weekend, are there going to be some specials, anything that we can get our teeth into?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have a couple vendors up there. We always try to have a few of them, different arts and crafts and things like that. We're going to have local beers on display from Schlafly, Old Bakery, and then of course our wine, and it's just going to be a fun weekend.
That's really cool. And whenever we're talking about summer season and all that, there's what do you guys do with your layout? Because in fall you have the bonfire nights, but is in the summer, do you have any Sunday fun day type of events or anything like that? So I was just looking on your website, wanted to ask.
Definitely. No, we always try to keep stuff. We're just starting music this weekend actually up there. So Saturdays and Sundays you can look on the website and kind of see our music lineup. And then we do a Friday night, kind of like a sunset at the Vineyards. Every month, it's the second Friday of the month. But yeah, we're just trying to get more people up there. We also do tours and tastings of the Vineyards. So you can go take a tour, see production, how it works, take a walk out in the vines, and kind of get a behind-the-scenes look.
Well, and with the Blues Festival, man, it's almost like an open house, where you're listening to some great music, but you're also having the chance to kind of enjoy the winery in a different setting, too.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, the music's out in our pavilion, which is very large, and then you can hear the music outside, too. So
yeah, I bet.
You can just, relax and kind of enjoy the whole day up there with two bands each day.
Well, man, what better than blues and wine, you know? And now, are you guys, do you guys have a food menu up there?
Yeah, it'll be a special event menu, something that we'll be able to, get out fast and efficient for people.
That makes sense. How many do you expect to, do you guys expect for this? Because it seems like this is always really well attended, too.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say we can range anywhere from 300 to 500 a day up there for it, yeah.
And that weekend is a busy weekend, too. I know there's Sip, Sample, Stroll, and some other things. So
yeah,
what
Grafton, you'll be able to spend the whole day.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm grabbing the folks, and we're going to go up and take a little bit of a tour and then end at the winery and have some good live music and blues. Now, how many are on the team to put on this event?
As far as staff and stuff, it's probably 8 to 10. Yeah, we want to make sure we've got enough staff to provide quality and fast service for everybody.
I mean, just to put it on, is it just yourself that organizes everything, or do you have a team a little bit?
Yeah, it's myself, the owners, Mike and Lori. Kind of a little bit everybody. I've got my wine club manager, Shane, who helps with things. Sam, who kind of manages the vineyards, he does as well. So it's a team effort.
That's really cool. And now, we were talking before we came back on, and what was coming up down the pipeline after the Blues Festival?
Yeah, so the following Saturday, the 25th, I think it is, Memorial Day weekend, we've got a jazz saxophonist, Tim Cunningham. He's going to be doing a concert up there from 6 to 9. It's a ticketed event. I think it's $25 in advance. He's phenomenal. He's played all over the country. He's done commercials and TV stuff. And so I'm excited for it. It's our first time with him. So far, ticket sales look pretty nice. So hopefully it's something we'll continue to do.
And how can folks get tickets for that one?
They can go on to the Vineyards Facebook page, and there's a link on there to get tickets.
Perfect.
Yep.
And you can always follow along at thegraftonwinery.com. I like your guys' calendar, too. I like these where it's easy to kind of stay up to date, and you can subscribe to it, so it almost syncs up to your, well, it does sync up to your phone.
For sure. It's actually a newer website, too. We just launched within the last couple months. So
really cool. I like it a lot. And getting back to the Blues Festival, how long does yours run start to finish? When should folks kind of expect to start making their way up to the winery in the morning?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say both days about noon.
Okay.
Noon to 7 o'clock. I think 7 is when the last two bands will finish up each day.
Nice. Yeah. And now, are you having a little bit of some crossover after the two bands, or is it pretty much an hour maybe of mingling and getting
it'll pretty much wrap up after that.
That makes sense.
Yep. It'll be a long day for everybody and stuff.
Well, and what goes into putting on something and making it successful like this? Because after 6 years, I mean, you've seen how things can go, but no one really realizes how much work's going on during the event because we're just enjoying it. But how much does really go on, and how much is going on behind the scenes to put this on?
Yeah, definitely a lot of it. just making sure we're staffed up to provide that good experience for people, have enough areas for people to purchase beverages or food, and just put out kind of a quality product for everybody.
That's really cool. You got a moment to stick around? I got to pay a quick bill. Yeah. Cool. 9:28. I got to pay a quick bill because I forgot to take my first commercial break earlier. It's 9:28, but Jameson ain't going anywhere. We're talking Blues Festival, and I got some more questions about the vineyards and ways that we can get our hands on some of that great wine. You'll stay right there, and I'll stay right here. Daily Show hits you on a Friday right after this.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Oh, yeah. 932, Apple Crisp, Captain's Blush, Chardonnay. Just naming some wines that you could have if you go to the graftonwinery.com/collections/wines and start purchasing some bottles and getting yourself ready for the Blues Festival on the weekend of May the 18th. And just getting back to it, man, is this your guys' peak season because of just the weather opening up and the way that your vineyards are? Because I think in the winter, your guys are pretty busy too.
Yeah, we stay steady. We do music year round, so that helps. Yeah. And then when the weather's nice, it's so fun to just sit out. And so spring is always great. And then fall is obviously huge with the foliage and everything of the leaves.
I didn't even think about that. A lot of weddings happening up there?
Yeah, definitely have weddings. We got the perfect spot. September, October just can be so beautiful up there for weddings at our vineyard.
And are you guys waitlisted now for weddings for a couple of years?
Yeah, we've got openings still.
So, really?
Yeah, definitely. We get inquiries all the time, and it's somewhat of a destination type wedding venue, so we definitely have a few openings left.
Well, it definitely is. And now what I like too, and you hit on it earlier, but I remember talking almost 2 years ago almost about Wine Club and the discounts and the benefits that come with it. Can you fill us in on that again?
Yeah, definitely. We have a wine club. We've had that going for, I think we're at 10 or 11 year members right now.
Wow.
So that have stuck with us, and they get 20% off their bottles of wine whenever they come up to the winery, and then they earn points for every dollar spent as well. We do member events and things like that. It's fun. It's a great way to kind of network in the community too, and just meet new people.
Well, it's wild how many folks can connect over, a glass of wine and, not, partying together, but just enjoying a nice glass of wine and being able to connect.
And that's what's great about, our vineyard location. It is your typical winery feel out there. You can go with friends and hang for a whole day and just kind of, enjoy the atmosphere.
Oh, 100%. And as we're circling back, when we're talking a weekend of music, what does that bring to the winery? Is this an opportunity for you guys to meet some newer faces that maybe you haven't seen before? Or
definitely. Especially you get bands, a lot of these ones are coming from Missouri. And so especially with the 25th event with Tim Cunningham, it's going to be a lot of new faces. Yeah. And they're going to get to, explore and kind of view our space and see what we have to offer, and then hopefully become return customers.
Well, and that's what I was wondering, because there really is a connection with music and wine, and not the, music and rock and roll or beer and music, but wine and music's different because it's really folks that want that atmosphere experience. And honestly, it's pretty hard to find anyone else that can compare to a Grafton Winery atmosphere experience with that layout.
Music and jazz. I mean, you don't get much better than that.
And now, how long are all the musicians going to be playing for? Do you have a ballpark for us?
Yeah, they're about 3-hour sets.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, each one. So the Blues Fest, it's going to be 3-hour sets for both.
Damn, that's actually really impressive.
Yeah, it's a full day of music for sure.
I thought you were going to say, they're going to play for about an hour, or two. And
no, they put on a good show.
Man, that's cool. And now, for any, blues band around that's kind of interested about it, because we have an influx right now of music and just arts in general around here. Is there a way that they could reach out and go, hey, I don't know if you'll need us, but I'd like to at least show you what we got in case you need somebody next year?
Oh, definitely. We've got all kinds of, outlets to reach us, whether it's through the website, Facebook. You can email me at sales@thegraftonwinery.com. We want to continue on with this and do some more festivals if we can at the vineyards too. So always looking for different opportunities.
And now you guys have the best layout for a real festival layout where you can have as many cars as you really wanted up there. It seems like within reason.
Yeah.
And then with a right layout, you can have a double-decker stage with how much space you guys have out there.
And Eckert's being next door, they're such a wonderful partner. So we work well with them. They work great with us. So we've got ample parking for everything.
I was actually wondering about that, how that goes, because have you guys had some crossover events to where they have something going on the same time you guys do?
Yeah, typically in the fall when we do our Harvest Fest, which that'll be coming up in October too.
Man, that's a big one.
Yeah, because they start, depending, I think, when they get their berries and stuff in like that, but around May, June, they open up.
Really cool. And that's what I was wondering. It's a great opportunity, I'm sure, for you guys too, and vice versa, where you almost symbiotically have a successful event together.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool.
Yep.
I like that a lot. Getting back to the Blues Festival, this is the 14th year this has been going, right?
Yep, 14.
Well, I was nervous because I forgot for a second. I kind of just threw that out there and hoping for the best. And what I think's cool is that there's so much stuff going on in Grafton, but the way that Grafton's laid out and where you guys are located, there's no better way to kind of make that trek and then just end up at the winery afterwards and the vineyards too, and just enjoy.
Yeah, we're just up the hill, so it's not far from Grafton itself, and it, like I said, ample space out there.
And are there going to be any drink specials or any buy 2 or buy 3 for glasses of wine?
Yeah, we always do case specials on wine. And stuff
really
like
cool.
That. Yeah, so you get 10% off a case of wine, and we'll have a couple of drink specials going that day. Sam comes up with some wonderful drinks.
He's a great bartender.
Yeah,
he really is.
He is.
Great pickup too. And I want to see all of you up there because I'm going to bring my parents. We're going up May the 18th because I got I'm going to Vegas on Memorial Day, so I'm going to miss the concert. But really, just to follow that up with a really great music experience too after the Blues Festival.
I'm excited about that.
That's a really good supplement too, for anybody that just wants to keep coming on back.
Absolutely.
And now, what's happening on Sundays throughout the summer?
Sundays, we'll try to have music up there on Sundays. Just take a look at the calendar online.
And then what was the last one too? The second Friday?
Second Friday, we do Sunset at the Vineyards, so we stay open from 6 to 9.
Really cool.
Yeah, it's just a fun night. Come up, hang out, and relax.
Man, I just love what you guys are doing, seriously, because it's really easy just to have a business and then do a bunch of things that really don't tie in. But everything you guys do really tie into what the Grafton Winery is.
Absolutely, we try to keep on brand and make it enjoyable for everyone.
It's really cool, man. Keep up the good work, and whenever you want to come back in and talk to me, the floor is yours,
awesome.
Senator.
I appreciate it.
You can learn more at thegraftonwinery.com. That's thegraftonwinery.com. I really like the layout of the website, too. It looks cool.
Yeah, it looks sharp.
And for more information, that's where you find it. But I'll see you the weekend of May the 18th when Drew Ashworth and all the nice blues music is coming into town. How many different bands? 4 or 5?
Yeah, 5.
There you go. Music's waiting for you, and so are the Vineyards. We'll see you there at Grafton Winery, graftonwinery.com, and we'll come back with more of our daily show after this.